Welcome to the 5 Dumbest Things on Wall Street, where this week it was announced that Herb Greenberg is coming back to the street. Yes, he's the best financial journalist I know, and no, I'm not related to him. Okay, number 5, Holder loses grip. Hold on a second, Eric Holder. We here at the Dumbest Lab are quite familiar with government agencies making massive data revisions. Nevertheless, hearing the FBI restate its figures, well, that is arresting indeed. The Department of Justice said late last Friday that it had severely overstated the results of a year-long mortgage fraud initiative last October. Instead of 530 criminal charges, it admitted the real number was actually 107. Somebody get Alanis Morissette on the phone. Forget rain on your wedding day. That's not ironic, that's just bad luck. You want to talk irony? Then how about the Obama administration's Mortgage Fraud Working Group publicly announcing fraudulent statistics? Okay, number 4, a feeder sane Ackman. JCPenney's boardroom is alive with the sound of music following Bill Ackman's decision to step down Tuesday. And we can only imagine that Penny CEO Mike Ullman has been enjoying as many of his favorite things as possible since the activist investor said so long farewell. Of course, they haven't totally solved their problem named Bill Ackman. His Pershing Square hedge fund still owns almost 18% of the once iconic retailer shares, so he could still do further damage to the company he and his handpicked CEO Ron Johnson have essentially destroyed. Bill has lost a whole lot of do-re-mi on this stock, and as much as he likes to climb every mountain, we expect him to ditch that position faster than the Von Trapps fled Austria. Seriously, you'd have to be smoking Edelweiss to think he's going to stick around. All right, number 3, Armstrong's Apology. Sorry, Tim Armstrong, but we don't accept your weak apology. In our eyes, you remain a turd. AOL CEO ate crow Tuesday, apologizing to his employees for his very public firing of a creative director for the company's Patch local news business. Armstrong sacked Abel Lenz last Friday in front of his fellow employees, not to mention 1,000 more coworkers listening in on a conference call for taking his picture during a company-wide meeting. Yep, Armstrong raised his inner cane and slew Abel so everybody at the company could see. Too bad tough guy Tim didn't realize the rest of the world would be watching as well. Okay, number 2, Airline Insanity. You gotta say this about Eric Holder's curious bid to block U.S. Airways' merger with American Airlines. At least the Attorney General doesn't kick them when they're down. Too bad in this case, he's kicking them when they're finally up. Holder filed a lawsuit to block the deal Tuesday, saying the combination would be anti-competitive. Shares of bankrupt American fell 45% to $3, while U.S. Airways, which has been in and out of bankruptcy twice in the past decade and is finally seeing its stock take off, sank 14% to $16. Said Holder, by challenging this merger, the Department of Justice is saying that the American people deserve better. This transaction would result in consumers paying the price in higher airfares, higher fees, and fewer choices. Wait a second, Eric. You forgot higher unemployment, higher industry uncertainty, and ultimately more airlines filing for bankruptcy once the inevitable price war ensues. And the dumbest thing on Wall Street this week, Dimon's dilemma. U.S. prosecutors fired off criminal charges on Wednesday against 2 former J.P. Morgan Chase workers involved in the London whale trades that cost the bank $6.2 billion last year. In a wild twist, the whale himself was not accused of what is now being characterized as a rogue trade and what CEO Jamie Dimon originally dismissed as a tempest in a teapot. Speaking of Jamie, where is that guy anyway? Dimon, Bueller. Alas, Jamie exits the scene with his luxurious hair unruffled, while these 2 nobodies become the poster boys for all the troubles at the nation's largest bank. Just like Fab Touré was the only guy at Goldman Sachs selling bad mortgage bonds, and you know who had nothing to do with it. Bueller, blank fine. There you have it, the 5 dumbest things on Wall Street this week. We'll see you next week, but for now, thanks for watching.